Well, hey everybody, my name is Ben Huey with 1990 Trade Co. Thanks for checking out the 2023 Woodsmans Winter Campout, a 2-day, 1-night event that will take place in Bloomington, Indiana and Hoosier National Forest at the Charles Deam Wilderness. This is going to be a great time for everyone who attends to enjoy some time out in the woods, pick up some skills and knowledge from each other. Plus, everyone who attends, and there are limited spots, will be taking home some new gear with them, as well as a 2023 Woodsmans Winter Campout Patch. So let's get into the details. So first off, this is a primitive camping type of event, meaning we will be camping out in the woods a fair distance away from facilities and running water. Water is typically available in the forest if you have abilities to purify it. So if you need to scavenge for water in the Charles Deam Wilderness, it's typically available in my experience. You will need to have a way to purify it though. But basically you must be able to bring everything that you need to spend one night out in the woods, winter camping, out on your back. Also, this is not specifically a bushcraft style of event. Any type of camping is welcome, whether you're in ultralight backpacking, classic camping, whatever it is. And I actually encourage, if we can have some diversity, for anyone to sign up. Although keep in mind though, although this is late in winter, it'll still probably be cold and you'll need to make sure you have adequate gear to stay the whole night. I'd also like to mention that this is going to be rain or shine, all right? So unless the park is closed, we're gonna be camping out in it. If the weather is dangerous and we need to make a call, we'll handle that at the time and we will maybe reschedule at a later date if we have to. Okay, now as to where this is taking place. This is in the Charles Deam Wilderness, which is in Bloomington, Indiana, about an hour and a half south of Indianapolis. The Charles Deam Wilderness is a section of Hoosier National Forest where there are a lot of great trails and scenery, as well as being a great area for primitive style camping like we will be doing here. Which again just means camping out in the woods, no facilities, no running water, no electricity, anything like that. This is also a great area for backpacking and hiking. And it includes some really awesome campsites right on Lake Monroe. I've camped down in here quite a few times. It's one of my favorite places to come, as a matter of fact. So here's what the timeline will look like for this 2-day event that takes place on March 18th and 19th will look like, okay? We will muster at about 9 a.m. at one of the parking areas on Tower Ridge Road. Exact locations will be emailed to you after you reserve your spot on the website. So once you arrive at about 9 a.m., I'll take your name down and I will provide you with a map of the area. It'll be a topographical 1 to 31,680 foot scale map. And then once everyone has arrived and has been accounted for, we will hike out to our campsite. This will not be a far hike. I would say not more than a mile. Once we arrive at our actual campsite, I'll again get accountability for everybody. And then throughout the day, you'll be able to go and adventure and explore the Charles Deam Wilderness, taking your map with you. There's some really great things to check out. There's an old fire tower about 110 foot tall that you can go and climb. There's lots of great trails. There's lots of great scenery. It's just a really great place to be. And then at 6 p.m., I will take accountability of everyone again. You will need to be back to the campsite by 6 p.m. so we can all gather, meet up. Then we'll start getting set up for the night. We'll cook our food, kind of talk about what we saw out in the woods during the day, or share any knowledge, experience, or whatever, or just kind of hang out and relax a little bit. If you are going to be hiking the trails during the day, rest assured I will be staying back at camp and make sure that everyone's gear is secured while you're gone. Official lights out will be at 10 p.m. That's when you'll need to make sure and be nice and quiet. And then hopefully you sleep well through the night. So then Saturday morning, roll call will be taken between 8 to 9 a.m. If everyone is up and moving sooner than that, then we'll get things going sooner. We'll make our breakfast, we'll sit around the campfire, and we'll kind of close out the event, talk about how we slept through the night, maybe how our gear worked out for us. I have 2 raffles going on. This is all included with your reservation of your spot. So now I know you guys have been waiting for it, so let me show you the gear that we're going to be giving away. So first off, everyone will take home at least a small canvas bag like this. And all these canvas things are things that I make. But everyone will take home at least a canvas bag like this. And this tool roll, which I use for my fire making stuff. So it fits an Altoids can perfectly, a ferro rod, and I usually have my fire starters like Vaseline cotton balls in there. So no matter what, you'll at least be taking that home. Now there's two bigger prizes that will be more of a raffle. First off being this hatchet here. No, this is not a Grand's Force Brooks, but it is a cool little hatchet, and you know, it's a fun thing to win. Next will be this canvas haversack. Again, this is stuff that I make. This is just a regular old haversack, and it does have an axe sheath, or an axe sleeve, if you will, on the back. And I use this thing a lot, and they're very handy to have. But that'll be the second large prize that'll be raffled off. Now my fire's dying down here, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Before I go, I just want to go over a couple rules and guidelines that I'm gonna have for this camp. They're not much, so don't freak out. First off, and then this is my biggest rule, and this is just with anyone I go out in the woods with, is if you want to listen to music on your phone or whatever, have headphones in. Let's have our phones on silent, guys. We don't want to hear beeps and all that stuff going off. Put it on vibrate. And I think we want to provide the most natural experience for everyone else there as well. Next, any wood that you cut or burn needs to be dead, laying on the ground, okay? We're not cutting any green wood out here. You're just gonna have to scavenge for some dead wood. There's plenty of dead wood out in the Charles Deam Wilderness, out in Hoosier National Forest, to do whatever you need to do. Also, I mean, this goes without saying, with zero tolerance for trash. We're gonna do our best to leave our campsite how we found it, to make it look like we were never there, going in there with kind of a leave no trace, you know, mindset. You know, we're gonna be having fires and stuff like that, so we're gonna do what we can to minimize our impact. Of course, we're going to be responsible for making sure our fires are put out, extinguished properly before we step off from camp. And just to expand on the fires, yes, you can have a fire there. Again, burn dead wood. You can have your own little fire by your tent. That's fine if you would like. The rest of the rules for this specific part of the wilderness, I'll post a link to the official Forest Service rules if you have other questions. And that will be down in the description of this video. Also, you guys, I'll be video recording this whole thing and posting it up onto this channel, so you'll be able to go over everything afterwards. You'll get a chance to show off your gear, talk about maybe some tips you have for other people about winter camping, and just have a way to go back and reflect on what hopefully is a really good time. That being said, the camera's not going to be in your face. I'll be minimal with that, and that'll be a very small part of the event. So guys, if this sounds like something that you would like to attend, please go to 1990co.com. That's 1990co, 1990co.com, to purchase your reservation for admission to this event. It's $23. That only pays for the patch and the gear that I'm going to be giving away. There are 9 spots available to conform to the Forest Service guidelines. That groups going into the wilderness are not to exceed 10 people. So there are 9 spots available right now on the website. So hop on the website and, you know, reserve you one. So thank you guys for your interest, and thank you for checking this out. I hope to see you there. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy your time out in the woods. Thank you.